Whatever. Blah, blah. What up, everyone? Welcome back to Hypocrite FriendSim. Zebra Kodak. Oh, they've changed the lettering. Your stroll takes you into a nice part of town that seems to have larger, more mansion-style hives. Based on your past experience in Alternia, you're not quite certain that upper-class enclaves equal safety for you, but you might as well explore. You never know where you'll find your next friend. The power of positive thinking must be on your side because someone emerges out of the shadows of these sprawling suburbs. Oh, hello there. I don't believe we've met. I'm sure I would have met someone with such unique looks. You don't know where you are, do you? At this point in your time on Alternia, you don't know if it's wise to admit that you're lost and naive to the ways of the world. But you don't know that you could try and convince this guy that you've got any kind of street smarts. You nod your head reluctantly, but actually looked more interested in you after confirmation that you're new to the neighbourhood. Have you perhaps found someone who likes you for your vulnerability and naivety? That sure be fantastic luck. It's good knowing that. It's a good thing I found you. Not everyone is respectful of low castes as I am. Oh, but I shouldn't make assumptions just because you don't have much to look at. My bad. I don't mean to be forward, but just for it's interesting, mind if I ask what colour your blood is? You hesitate. Well, you're still terrifyingly ignorant of the intricacies of Alternian society. You're starting to feel terrifyingly informed about the role that caste colour plays in this world. And you've managed to gather by now that plain old human red isn't considered one of the better colours to have. What do? I may as well tell the truth. Red, huh? Wow, that's so unique. I've always liked the colour red. I don't think I've ever filled a quadrant with a red cast before. I don't think I've ever made friends with a red blood before. You don't know what a quadrant is? Or what it means to fill one. Given your experience on this planet so far, you are nervous that it could mean something violent. But you don't want to further expose your ignorance, so you just say that you're as excited for this friendship as he is. Heh. You come on strong. Nice. Stop flirting with me! You need a place to stay for the day, right? I can help you out with that. I've got plenty of spare rooms for guests in my hive. You know, what the fuck is that pose? You know, because I believe it's important to help out the underserved members of this community when you can. My hive is this way. Shall we? He's gonna want to link arms. You follow him down the street. You guess it must qualify as a nice night because you see lots of other trolls walking around here too. Most of them are dressed as nice as Zebra. And you see... Zebra! And you see a few shabbier looking trolls that must be low castes walking with the high caste. Today is actually Flush Defamation Day, so you'll see a lot of trolls taking their mate splits out to celebrate. Lucky for you, my flush quadrant is currently empty, so I'm all yours for tonight. That sounds a little weird. I feel violated at the moment. He doesn't need to be all yours. You assure him you're an easygoing individual who's happy to share their friends with plenty of other friends. Sure, sharing could be a good time if we're into that. I could be speaking personally. Like, maybe with two low castes, but not in an objectifying way. Everyone involved has got to respect each other, you know? He wants polyamory. No one likes you. He's gonna be the next in the baton after, what was his name? Cronus! Wow, what? You have no idea how innocent comment about friendship has got you to this particular place. You decide that maybe the best thing to say here is nothing. Because who knows how might he misinterpret you next. Huh, it's called torch horns. Huh, looks like there are a lot of mixed caste couples out today for the holiday. Pretty unusual to see in this neighbourhood, to be honest. It's sad, but most of these low castes are probably with the mate splits because it's socially advantageous. Pretty shitty of the high caste to take advantage of them like that, but not everyone is socially conscious as I am. I think it's super terrible when high castes treat their low caste mate splits like the queen thing, and they don't treat... Let's start that again. I think it's super terrible when high castes don't treat... So what is this? If she breathes to your thoughts, all women are all low castes are queens. You're that mean! You look around at all the other couples, the class divide is pretty noticeable, and some of the high caste trolls have scornful looks on their faces when talking to their low caste dates. One troll dressed in cerulean is making her shabbily dressed mate Brit kneel down so that he can give her a ride on his shoulders. It could maybe a cute coupley thing, you guess, except she's sure laughing a lot and has the heel of her boot pressing into the back of his neck. We don't want to speculate about what people might be into, but it does seem kind of humiliating. Zebra sees where you're looking and shudders theatrically. In the process of waving his arms around in disgust, he slips your arm over your shoulders. Will you stop touching me? I'm so sorry. You shouldn't have to see something like that. You're trying to think of a tactful and friendly way to move away from his arm around your shoulders when you arrive at what must be his hive. It's the biggest McMansions. Actually a hive on the block, and when he stops in front of it, he lets go of you to gesture you proud lady sprawling home. Welcome to my, humble abode. He's trying to be a nice guy. I just feel grateful, you know, to be able to share my wealth with those less fortunate. Zebra! When you walk inside of the front door, you're greeted by a very distinguished-looking white zebra. It's a normal zebra. It has normal zebra markings all over its body, except for around its neck, where the dark grey zags have formed a shape that looks like a bow tie, almost like it's wearing a suit. You don't know how the zebra face is managing to radiate pure disdain when it looks at you. It's the eyebrows. It's unquestionably the energy you're getting. Don't mind my Lucius. He's kind of socially old-fashioned. But he lets me keep low castes around the hive to help out and stuff, so it's not all bad. How can you care if you're having them as your employees? Let me give you a grand tour. As Zebra takes you through the spacious hive, you can see other trolls in several of the rooms. Most of them aren't wearing clothes as nice as Zebras. You're just guessing those are the low castes you just mentioned? They all seem to be doing chores, sweeping, cooking, exchanging green slime in troll-sized bathtubs for others, possibly fresher green slime. Each of them glances up at you and Zebra when you pass by. Looks deferentially away. That's a word. Zebra Lucius is following you, and every time you exit a room, it pauses in the doorway to whinny out what could be orders, or possibly he's just berating them. I don't like him. You arrive in an empty ballroom-looking space upstairs, where several low-caste trolls are hard at work cleaning up the remains of what must have been quite a pie. Zebra seems to notice you noticing how all the trolls in here are scrubbing the floor, and how they're all avoiding your eyes. See? I told you I take in plenty of guests. I believe it's important to promote diversity, you know? So that's why you don't see other indigos here. Looks like all the guests are busy today. Well, an important part of communal living involves contributing your labour when it's necessary. Right, guys? A few low-caste mutter in affirmation, while others just put their sponges and mops down to prostrate their whole bodies on the floor. Zebra looks a little uncomfortable with the bowing, but not that uncomfortable. He doesn't introduce you to any of them. They don't all realise that my hive is a sanctuary from the harsh injustices of the outside world. No, this is what they think that they're made for. And you're just proving a point to the hierarchy. This is not protecting them. Anyway, enough about my low guests. Let's take care of you, shall we? Your teeth are crooked. Perhaps this Lucius has had enough of tolerating your presence, because it takes the opportunity to stop following me and go huff at more of Zebra's guests. Now, for better or for worse, you are alone, and Zebra has turned all of his attention on you. His smile seems very friendly. You want to see it as friendly. I don't like it. The night is still young. I am happy to do whatever it is you want to do. If you feel like going out of the town to celebrate Flushed Affirmation Day, I have a lot of other friends I could introduce you to. Help you meet is the right kind of culture, you know. Or if you're tired, I can show you to the guest room now, and we can have a nice night in. Go out or stay in. Show me to my room, please, then. If you think that going out with Zebra on Flushed Affirmation Day might potentially give him the wrong idea, and besides, you're pretty tired, so you don't feel like going out. You tell him that you're ready to retire to your guest's room now. Don't start anything. Sure. Oh, bruh. By the way, haven't you heard of Chixie Roxmere? Roismere. Roismere. Like cashmere. Roismere. I'll worry about that later. You probably haven't. You don't seem like you're a very serious music fan. But you got one great opportunity tonight to learn from me. One of her high-class musician friends is playing a show for the holiday, and I can get us in because I'm super connected in the scene. It's because you're high class and they're all gonna and you can do as much as you please to a limit. We should go in just in case she's there. You could have sworn you told him you wanted to stay in tonight, but okay, you can gather the remains of your energy and go out to this concert with him. That's what a good friend would do. He tries to take you across town to the concert, only trying to hold your hand or put his arm around you a couple of times on the way, so it could be worse. Maybe hand-holding is totally platonic on Alternia? You hope so. Personally, I don't know. The concert itself is one troll with a guitar and a harmonica who, according to the Zebra, is a low-cast whose songs are rapidly spreading truly radical messages, almost as radical as Chixie's. You'll enjoy the tunes as much as you can, but you don't understand what the lyrics are trying to say. You ask Zebra what the lyrics mean, since the message is apparently important to him, but he gets annoyed with your questions. What? The lyrics are about, well, they're about a lot of things, social justice and oppression and stuff. It's hard to explain to someone who doesn't already get it. Like, if you're not on my level already, I don't know what I can really say, you know? Okay, so you start hitting on me, and then you're disappointed that I'm not into the same thing. Enough about the music. I want to talk about you. What sort of things are you into? You haven't had many opportunities on Alternia to talk about your interests. How exciting. You say that you like playing games, but he's already interrupted you. Oh, cool, sounds great. Really interesting stuff. But what's your quadrant situation like? None of your business, boy! It's hard to pretend you know what he's talking about, that he's asked you about quadrants directly. You admit you have no idea what he means by quadrant situation. Whoa, you're even more clueless than I thought. Don't worry, I still find you attractive. He goes into a brief but not really brief enough explanation of the 4 types of romance on Alternia. Mate Spritship, the flush quadrant, in which it sounds to you the most harmonious to human romantic partnerships. Moral allegiance, the pale quadrant, which sounds like an exceptionally codependent friendship by human standards. Auspicism, the ashen quadrant, which you don't understand at all. Okay, so there's one person who's trying to stop 2 people from getting distracted. And kisvicitude, the black quadrant, which just sounds like someone repeatedly hooking up with someone you hate. What's the hate fuck? You're fuzzy on the details of all 4 of these, but you understand enough to get that he's asking if you're single. You tell him that you're just really want to be friends. Of course, I super respect your choices. If you ever change your mind, I'm right here. I'm probably not going to go after you if I change my mind. And being in a quadrant with an influential yet sensitive and socially aware indigo cast like myself, I could make it a lot easier for you to survive and thrive on Alternia. Wasn't he just criticising that kind of high-caste, low-caste, socially advantageous relationship just a few hours ago? It wouldn't be very friendly of you to point out his hypocrisy. They don't mention it. Just point out, hello, didn't you just say the whole concept was bullshit and now you're trying to push it on me? After another song, another troll at the club sidles up to Zebra and whispers something in his ear, and skulks off again. Zebra looks alarmed, glancing around him and edging towards the club exit. I just got a tip there's about to be a culling of this concert. We should get out of here. You definitely agree with him about wanting to get out of here. You look around at the rest of the audience, still enjoying the show. You and Zebra are the only ones getting ready to leave. Is he going to warn the other trolls here of the danger? Oh no, definitely not. If I was to warn any of the low-casts that culling's coming, that could be risking my life too. There we go, selfishness. Not that I've ever tried, but everyone knows that. Yeah, the high casts here will probably be fine though. We've got each other's backs. It's important to look after your comrades in the struggle, or then you look after the lower castes at the same time. Sure enough, you can see that the other trolls here who, much like Zebra, stand out because they're wearing nice clothes, are casually but urgently leaving the concert venue. The low castes are still all clapping and singing along with the singer on stage. No one has given them a tip-off. Come on, we gotta scram. The two of you abscond, getting away from the music club as fast as my little legs can carry me. By the time Zebra decides it's safe to slow down, you're tired and out of breath. Looking around, it seems like you've arrived back into the high-caste area of town. You wonder if the drones have descended on all those trolls at the club by now, and you just can't hear it because this neighbourhood is too far away, closed off and sheltered from the violence. That was a close one. Going to low-caste cultural events like that can be dangerous, but it's one of the risks that you have to take if you want to be an activist. But you weren't doing much there, would you? I can't tell you how many times I've risked a gulling to fight for low-caste rights. Civil disobedience is the only way to fight the authoritarian state. Okay. There's a culling coming, you want to protect the low-castes, so you don't warn them. Ah, hypocrites. He turns to you and gives you one hand in both of his, looking deep into your eyes. Can you not? I am not the person who would look someone in the eye. I just think it's so cool how you supported me back there when we risked our lives for the cause. That's probably the best way you can contribute as an activist and ally, you know? By supporting me. No! And speaking of activism, we were talking about quadrants earlier? Let's get back to that. No, I don't want to go back to that. This guy does not want to take no for an answer. Once again, you reiterate that friendship is what you're looking for. He nods enthusiastically and squeezes your hand tighter. Fuck yeah, I love friendship. I've always believed that a strong friendship is the best foundation for any successful romantic relationship. I just said no! And many trolls start being my friends at first and enter into a quadrant later. Even if you try to be friends but then fight back too much, you can still prepare you for a caligonous quadrant. Either way, the thought of me being your friend makes my blood pressure beat a little faster. Sure! So if what we're doing is exalting the benefits of friendship, then boy, do we have some things to add to this list. For instance, friendship can give you a sense of platonic companionship with your fellow man, and friends can also come in handy for when you need someone to help you move, or take you to the airport, or other non-romantic activities. You think friendship is a great thing to pursue for its own merits. Friendship is so great that once you have it, why would you want anything more? Hell yeah, totally! You're so right that friendship is a great first step. Did you enjoy the concert tonight? Did it persuade you to become an ally for low-caste rights? You think that, going by my caste my colour, and how often you have almost gotten killed by those more powerful on this planet, you're more like a member of the oppressed underclass than you are an ally. But you decide not to split hairs and just tell him that yes, you'll be an ally to I will be an ally to myself. That's fantastic. I'm so happy to hear that. If you're an ally to low-caste, then I'll allow you to be my mate spirit. Friend! Correct him, you can be his friend. Right, sure, yep. I meant to say him. Just have a look, I'm putting you in the friend zone. I don't even want to be friends with this guy, but I have to do it if I want to, progress properly. Now let's go with your hand finally, which at least counts for a partial victory in winks. I'm not up for this. No, just leave me alone. I'm gonna need to go and drink some bleach for a bit or something, but thank you so much. Wait, where was I going? Thank you so much for watching. Stick about if you want to see some more FriendSim, but for now, just sit tight and stay shiny.